Hi guys, it's the weekend, so it must mean the Helix VR new release show. First new release this week is Serious Sam 3, with news that Crow Team were pulling out of the VR market this week, and we do hope that they return because this is the best Serious Sam yet. For those of you that do not know about Serious Sam, we originally had The Last Hope, which was made for VR, where you stood there and all the enemies came towards you. And then they ported over Serious Sam 1, 2, and now finally 3, where you get to move around a vast world destroying enemies. You play with friends in a multiplayer mode, and the best thing about it is the weapons. They are big and mean. If you don't own any Serious Sam games, we highly recommend this one. And if you do support the devs, they have promised to give us a Jewel of the Nile DLC free if they reach a certain sales target by the end of the month. It's out now, available on the Vive and the Rift, with some great bundles available, so go out and buy it. Okay, next up is more of an announcement about two games that are coming out of early access. We've got Nanoshift, which is a time-travelling puzzle game, and Racket Fury, which is a virtual table tennis game. Both of these games have been featured on the show previously, and we highly recommend them here at Helix. Okay, do I get a ding-dong? I do. Well, guys, just before we go, I have to turn around and say the Helix team was so impressed last time I went out in combat mode to do an interview. They're actually letting me out again this week. So let's go and see who the guests are and let me get in all my combat gear. See you over there.
Well, guys, we're here with our special guest this week, and it's the boys from AMF. We've got Heavy D with the knives. There he is.
Seven.
And we've got One Outer over there with the big gun.
Hi, Seven.
Okay. How you doing, boys? And you've got your game releasing this week. Well, it's out now, actually, because it came out last night. So, guys, tell us a bit about the game. Obviously, we will feature it on the show a bit later on, I'm sure. We haven't mentioned it yet, but tell us a bit about the game for those that haven't seen or been on the beta tests.
Oh, yeah. So, thank you, Seven. So, AMF VR is Alpha Mike Foxtrot VR, which is a fast-paced VR first-person shooter. As you can see, all of our avatars are military-styled. And really, this is a very fast-paced game where you get a lot of quick respawns. You get to use a lot of different weapons like the knives One Outer and I have in their hands. And also use the rifle. And we have a pistol as well, which is hidden on your back. So there's a lot of different ways that you can kill the enemy competitively. And our game is a multiplayer first-person shooter. And it's also a one-player game where we have a lot of bots that you could shoot with while you're waiting for other people to come online, or you just want to practice or have a good time. So we did put a lot of effort into the bots in this game, so they are actually not that easy to kill. So it does bring more of a challenge for our players.
I have to say that I have to agree with you on that. We've been doing beta tests for the last 6 weeks with these boys, and last week they introduced the bots to us, and I thought they were going to be a bit of a pushover, but these bots were very difficult to kill, and probably one of the best bots that we've got in a game like this, definitely, because they are very hard.
Thank you very much.
Come from loads of different directions, and it was a really, really nice surprise to come up against them. So that's really, really a good thing. Now, as I say, you have been testing it for the last 6 weeks with the community, and the community is absolutely gushing about this game because it is very, as you say, very fast-paced, and you've put in so much work to it. So just tell, how many maps is it that we've got, and how many different play modes have we got in this game?
Oh, thank you. So to start with, for early access, we do have 9 maps prepared for everybody, and each map has its own distinct feeling and gameplay. So we do offer a daytime map like the city map you have here. We also have the nighttime version of this. We have a ruins map, which is a knife-only map, so you can run around with your knives without the guns. Actually, it's quite challenging.
I've seen Lonely Viper play that.
Yeah, so Lonely's actually really good at that map, and we offer different types of scenarios. So for early access, what we do have is team deathmatch. We also have a deathmatch scenario. And then for people who want to play a more skilled game instead of just holding your rifle, spraying and praying, we do offer a pistol and knife version, a pistol and knife version of the game, and we also have a knife version of the game right now. So shortly after early access, we'll be pushing out 2 new game modes. The first one that will be coming is a capture the flag mode. Then we're also working on a domination mode. And the reason we picked these is because of the beta weekend and working with all of our players to give us the feedback on what they want in the next generation of a first-person shooter game. And so the game modes that we're actually building are based on the choices of the players, actually. So we're really there to cater to the players. And one of the very special things that we do offer in the game is a lot of the first-person shooter players, especially in VR, now like using a VR gun stock. So we did spend a lot of time to program in the VR gun stock to make sure that the motions of the guns and the aiming is dead on. So you will definitely feel like the game's very, very, very realistic, like you're holding a real assault rifle there.
I mean, it was nice of you. Obviously, when we finish these beta tests every weekend, we've got a nice questionnaire to fill out, and we give our feedback. And I think pretty much a majority of people do fill out these questionnaires, and you can see it the following week about how much progress has been made in the game just by what we've been feeding back. And the one thing that, say, I have seen added was this ProTube add-on, which makes the gun so much smoother when you are playing this game, and it's going to easily make it, if you want to make this into an esport type of game, or something that's going to be huge on Twitch and that, for the professional players, the ProTube version of this, adding that on is just a must. And it's really good that you've actually done it in early access and not had to put it in afterwards. It's good that it's being launched with this version on there as well.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a feature that a lot of the players were looking for. Especially the guys that have been playing VR FPSs, some of the big titles that came out last year and earlier this year as well. So it's very good to get more involved with the VR community. We want to provide a game that people want to play and enjoy playing, and offer something right off the bat that they won't feel like is broken. So therefore, we went ahead with 9 maps to start with, and we have more than 10 different weapons that they can play with, and then as time goes on, we'll be adding in a lot more weapons and maps and different game modes for people to participate in. Not to mention that we'll be offering competitions in the game. Can I talk a little bit about our launch competition here?
You certainly can.
So, since we had quite a competitive group of beta testers this time, and they started shooting the bots, and then they realized that actually the bots can compete and keep up with the scores of the players. And a lot of these guys really, really take that to heart. So what we're doing for our launch is, for the first 30 days of the launch, we're going to tally up the scores on the scoreboard for the highest amount of kills that a player makes each week. And then the player just has to upload that picture to our Steam community page each week. And then the highest scoring player for that week will basically have their name immortalized as a bot in the game, so that they will always be around playing with the other good players. So that's the first program we have. And we named it Operation Baby. So Operation B-A-B-Y, just something easy to remember. So B-A-B-Y stands for Be a Bot, yo. And I thought that would be something for
very good.
The guys to laugh at, something easy to remember. Yeah. And, something where the players would feel that they are also in the game and part of the game. Something to look forward to. It
definitely makes it part of the game, and the community will love it. And guys, as you say, the game was released last night, so there's no excuse not to go out and buy this. It is different from the other FPS games out there. And as I say, we'll be doing a little review coming up afterwards. Guys, I've got to go off and finish off the second half of the show. We've got to find out what game of the week is and everything. So if you don't mind hanging around, I'll pop back after we've done that, and we shall say our goodbyes and everything. So see you on the other side.
Right, well, back with part 2, guys. Okay, so have you ever wanted to battle in VR fighting against bots and other players and fly around at the same time? Well, you can with Skyfront. This is an epic flying battle game where you get to fly around using grappling hooks and an assortment of weapons. The graphics and the maps are decent, and it's one of those games that you're just going to keep coming back for more and more gaming. Okay, it's available on the Rift and the Vive. It's a 15% discount on it at the moment. The launch you will find, I guarantee this weekend, you will find the Helix team playing this game. So if you buy it this weekend, pop in. You'll either see myself, Seven, Terminator, Damocles, Eden, or any of the other team. Okay, so jump in and try it out. Okay, it's Game of the Week time. Well, you've already heard from the devs about this game, so it's now time for us to tell you why it's Game of the Week. AMF, Alpha Mike Foxtrot, is just a brilliant game. It's fast-paced action shooter with outstanding weapons that are very, very easy to learn and master. The bots are the best that we've ever seen in this type of game. And the devs are not only very cool guys, as you've already seen, because they've been chatting to me, but they understand the VR community and they have involved everyone right from the start. This is not so much a game by them, it's more a game by the community with the help of them sort of shaping and developing and delivering a vision of the final product that we wanted. I predict that this game will go on to be one of the success stories of the VR this year. Yes, we're all crying out for AAA games, but you need to start looking at the talent that we have right here already, producing games for us, and this talent is hard to miss with this team. The launch price is amazing, and it's something that you won't hear me say very often, actually probably never at all. This game is underpriced at the moment for what you're getting. But again, it shows that the dev team care more about the community than their own pockets. And it shows smart business sense by them because they are going to have a very large player base right from the launch. So if you only buy one game this week, AMF should be it. Okay, that's it for the show now. It's time to go over and give the guys the good news. And we've got a little surprise for them. So let's go back and say goodbye.
3, 2, well, there we go, guys, and that surprise is coming up in just a minute. Okay, boys, before we go and say goodbye, I'd just like to know what your favourite maps are on this game. So, One Outer, what's your favourite map?
I like the city.
Yeah, the city is cool.
That's where we're standing.
And yeah,
City map, this one.
Heavy D. Yeah, and I've got to say I like the city map, and these boys have given me this car. So when you're in the game, please try not to shoot it because it does belong to me now. But it will be remaining parked there because I haven't got a driving license. So that's it. Let's end the show. Let's say goodbye to these boys. Thank you very much for coming on the show, guys.
You're
We wish you
welcome. Thank
all
you
the
for
luck
having
with
us.
the game
Thank
and
you.
everything else. And we've got a surprise for you. Oh, go on. Yes.
Oh, before you go, I forgot to mention that we do have some keys for your fans and for your viewers. And because this is a multiplayer game, I was thinking that instead of giving one key to each winner, or however you wanted to divvy them out, we were thinking 10 pairs of keys to give out to your customers. So
Wow, there we go.
10
that is
pairs
really
of
generous.
keys, I think. So your viewer could come in with one of their friends, so they always have somebody to share.
there we go.
Yeah.
Now,
I think that would be
that's really generous of
great
you. So,
idea.
guys, tune in next Thursday because we will be doing a double giveaway. You and your friends can win a pair of keys for AMF. So, guys, just one more thing before we go. I did say at the beginning of this segment that we have got a surprise for you. So, you've actually won Game of the Week with Helix VR. We do like to give a certificate. Obviously, I can't bring one into this virtual world, so we have got a prize for you. But before I give it to you, guys, don't forget, if you like what we do, subscribe to us on YouTube, tweet us on Twitter, itch us on Twitch, and F us on Facebook. And boys, there's your prize.